I like the hunt of the deal and the drive and then the kill of getting the deal. That's the fun part for me. Once I've inked the deal and it's done, then it gets boring. The rest of it's kind of like, you know, monotonous. So that's why the little team we put together now works out well, because I can do what my part is and I can pass it on to somebody else to proceed with what I need done. When I'm not working, I like, let's see, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. I've never done any of the three, which I always get a reaction for that. Like, how is that possible? How could you have grown up in the public school system and never tried anything? But I haven't. My pastime, I guess, would be women. I do women. That's what I do. I have a lot of female friends, you know, and that's what I do to relax. That's my sport. You know, if I can get a gold medal for that, they should include that in the Olympics. It'd be fun. So I do that. I like sports. So sports is a big thing for me.
How many women are you dating right now?
I guess 7.
7?
7, yeah.
And are they all, do they know about each other, or is there one you like
one
more?
Or two know about the others, and they're okay with that, and the rest of them don't, and one of them thinks she's the one, but she's known me long enough to know that really, is there ever really the one? So, no. And I've dated sisters at the same time. That was fun. And then if that wasn't bad enough, I started dating the neighbor while the 2 sisters lived with me anyway. So that was there's never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment.
If you're not working on a deal, you're working on some other kind of deal, but we're working.
Always working it, baby.
All right, so this is the corporate offices. So we're going to run the restaurant, sports bar from here. We're going to run the vintage clothing store from here, the flipping homes from here. This is the main corporate where everything happens, where all the ideas get bounced off the walls and rejected or accepted, and this is where the magic starts.
This is the potential. We're going to a meeting today to think about acquiring this building for the sports bar is mostly what he's thinking about. He's thinking about having the sports bar here right next door to this other place he's thinking about. This would be a competitor. Our man has a personal affinity for antiques. So this is one of the things you like.
Yeah, I like that.
Personally.
Yeah, you walk into my house and hopefully they have 2 pieces that you walk into anybody else's house and they don't have. So they're unique, and I'm the only one that has them, and that's a cool concept.
You are so beautiful, like Joe Cocker, so you won't be going very easy to remember. When you hear
might take that.
Find something?
Yeah, well, it's made in the U.S., and whenever you can find something that's made in the U.S., you know, there used to be a time when everybody wanted something made in the U.S. In the 70s, that's what you wanted. That meant something. And then all these corporate fools started going to China because they want to make a buck. We're losing our jobs, and we still have to buy the stuff. So it's time to bring the money back home. Who cares if China's making money? You know, who cares if Japan is starving or Taiwan can't afford to buy rice? I need to make sure the Americans have a job and they can eat. And the hell with the rest of the world.
So here, not only is he looking at the made in America, but he's shopping for another one of his interests.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. So let's see what else they got.
Okay. That's great, dude.
We don't normally shop this way for art bars.
No.
This is just a piece that was hanging on the wall, and it caught my eye, and it's made in the U.S., so it's something that we would put in our store. But normally we buy our clothes in containers, 40-foot containers full of clothes. About 7,000-8,000 pounds of clothes. We might use 7,000 to 10,000 pounds of it, if that much, to actually put in our stores. And the rest we'll sell to the other stores that you see around town. It's not good enough for us to keep, but you know, we'll
But
sell.
you got somewhere you're gonna put it.
We got somewhere
You'll
to
find
put
a home for it.
Yeah. You remember Bullets?
Remember what?
Bullets? The
What is-
department store?
Yes?
That one has a Bullets tag on it. Okay.
Like Bloomingdale's.
Yeah, this right below them. We used to
Right.
have one here in Pasadena, and they shut down, I guess, in the 80s. And So they've been gone for a couple of decades now. And so that has one of their tags. You can barely make out the letters anymore. So it's probably a good piece. to
Vintage.
carry. Yeah.
Real vintage. Real Aardvarks vintage.
So personally, I'm not a fan of the whole beaded thing, but a lot of people are. It goes back to that whole being unique thing, and
One person's trash is another person's treasure.
absolutely. Like I mentioned to you, she's selling this place for under market. She seems to want to be desperate, so something's wrong.
Selling the lease?
No, she's on
Owns it.
the building, so something's wrong. And she's trying to do it quietly. There's no sign on the building. Nobody knows. My team had a hard time finding any information on it. There's nothing. They were looking for it all day yesterday and couldn't get anything. But I just got the email letting me know.
So you smell opportunity.
Yeah, there's something here.
You smell opportunity, and there's value inherently in the building.
At the very least, we buy the building and rent it out. So I was, but if there is a situation like that, then we try and find out as much as we can before we sit down with her, which it'll be today at 2 o'clock. I'll look at the location with the realtors. We'll walk in here.
Here.
And we'll look at everything again, and we'll ask some questions and see what kind of answers we get. Compare that with what we already know, and see if we can't maybe strike something. And at that point, if they are in a situation where they just want out quick, then we go, okay, well, you leave everything in here. Maybe we'll give you the price you're looking for if we're not that far off, but the kicker would be you got to leave everything that's here. And then we see what we do to it. Liquidate it out to antique shops around town or people that refurbish antiques. The clothing will hit the stores. Different things. We might use some of the old furniture to display clothing in the stores because it's right along with our theme. So there's options.
Value in everything.
Value in everything.
Value in everything.
That's one thing I have a hard time with. I can never tell which one's real and which one isn't. That's why I don't do that part. Let one of the girls in the warehouse do it.
And do you make sure there's no or
Make sure there's what?
faux fur, real fur?
Oh, we carry some that isn't, but we carry a lot that is. Like for the Rose Bowl and for the BCS Championship this year, they're both in Pasadena. So we had Ohio here, or Oregon was here. We sold a lot of furs because we're selling them at $35, $45, and people in Ohio, you can't buy them for that price. So the out-of-towners we couldn't keep them in the store. We sold out, and we had a lot. So
Opportunity
right, opportunity.
presented itself.
So we were able to unload a lot of that. In California, what are you gonna do with the fur? When are you gonna wear it? One time maybe, if you're lucky. A year. We got some unique things in here. This company doesn't exist anymore. It's here in California. Or it was here in California. And that's what we look for. Stuff like that you just can't find anymore.